Mr. Jubala Iluyede. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, and then Mitchell Ofoyeju.
Yes, please.
Okay, so thank you both for joining us via the conference call
Yes,
today on Sunrise 80. Let me start with Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Oluyede. You could just listen in. We'll get you in a moment. Mr. Mitchell, could you tell us then, what is the NDLEA deliberately flouting the orders here?
I beg your pardon?
We have a lawyer here who has said that the NDLEA is deliberately flouting court orders and that what they're doing is wrong and illegal.
Well, thank you very much. Let me place on record that NDLEA has high regard and respect for the judiciary. And in my statement yesterday, I said that the agency will comply with court orders. We are a law enforcement agency, so we couldn't take laws into our hands. That is the reason why when we arrest people, we investigate and arraign them in court.
Behind that, so I can't listen to that.
Mr. Oluyede, could you just hang on because your voice is filtering into Mr. Mitchell's conversation.
All right.
Mitchell, go ahead, please.
What I'm saying is that when we arrest our suspect, we arraign them before court. It is the court that pronounces them guilty. So, over the years, in the past 5 years, we have had over 8,600 convictions, and it is from the court. So, we cannot take laws into our hands by, refusing to carry out any order that is issued by a competent court of law.
If you let me comment, are you still within the residence of Burju Kashamu?
Right now, I have not gotten in touch with the officer leading the operation, but I can confirm to you that the management of the agency has no problem complying with the orders.
Have you received?
There are so many windows legally that is open to the NDLEA to pursue its course. So we don't have any problem whatsoever.
So it is entirely incorrect when lawyers say, some lawyers, even the one with us here, Mr. Babala, is saying that you have flouted 3 court orders.
That is not correct. I think they should put the issues in perspective. Number one, there was a request for extradition. Number two, NDLEA has a valid warrant of arrest on Mr. Kashamu. And number three, Mr. Kashamu has been indicted by a grand jury. So these are facts that, the public should be interested in.
All right.
In the exercise of our statutory functions, we are not in any way going to flout court orders because there are so many windows of opportunities open to us legally to pursue our case. We have the right of appeal and there are other windows. So NDLEA will always abide by the rule of law.
Let's get to Ms. Oluyede in here. Ms. Oluyede, you did say in some of your briefings to the media that the NDLEA did not have a valid warrant, but now Mitchell says they have.
Well, Mr. Ofoyeju appears to be a propagandist and not a public officer. I remember reading yesterday that he said that an order of court is inconsequential. I really don't want to get into a debate with somebody who has that kind of mentality. The truth of the matter is that if they had a request and they had a warrant of arrest, it should not take them over 1 week to produce it. Up till this moment, the NDLEA has not produced a request from the United States government and has not produced a valid warrant. Mr. Ofoyeju may be also operating in ignorance. Perhaps Mr. Ofoyeju is one of the ignorant people who believe that an indictment is a conviction. An indictment in the United States is a suspicion. It is merely a charge against a person, making allegations against that person, which still has to be proved in a trial. Now, the allegations that were made in an indictment in the U.S. against Mr. Kashamu have already been the subject of a full-scale 3-year hearing in the United Kingdom at the option of the United States. They chose that forum. The United States chose the forum of the English court. Mr. Kashamu did not choose that forum. At the end of the 3 years, the district judge who heard that proceeding, who presided over that proceeding, not only found that the Americans had brought false evidence against Mr. Kashamu, he expressly said that the evidence brought before him by the United States consisted of falsehood. He also went on to say that they were not able to connect Mr. Kashamu, Mr. Buruji Kashamu, with their indictment in the United States. And that
Mr. Oluyede, allow me to come in here because we're really running out of time. We want to see how this can be sorted out. He said that, that is Mr. Ofoyeju said, well, they will obey every order from the courts. And we asked, trying to find out if they are still occupying the premises of Mr. Kashamu. Being the counsel to Mr. Kashamu, are they still around his premises at the moment?
They are still in full occupation of Mr. Kashamu's premises. There are still close to 12, 15 armed men wearing masks on their faces in his bedroom with machine guns.
You mean they have gained entrance into his home?
Pardon?
Have they gained entrance into his home?
They've been in his bedroom since Saturday. Mr. Kashamu is locked up in his bathroom. Mr. Kashamu is locked up in his bathroom. I have been speaking to Mr. Kashamu through the door of his bathroom since Saturday, 6:30 a.m. He's been locked up in his bathroom. On Saturday, there were about 20 armed men with machine guns in that bedroom. Since the court gave an order they should vacate, they have reduced the number of men in that bedroom to maybe about 12 or 10 now.
Okay.
They are still they have cordoned off the entire premises. They decide who goes in and who goes out.
All right, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, but in the days ahead, we'll also keep tabs on this matter and bring to Nigerians and everyone else what is the latest on this. In the meantime, thank you very much, Mr. Oluyede, for speaking with us today. And Mr. Mitchell as well, thank you too for speaking with us as well on Sunrise Daily.
Yes, Mr. Chamberlain, can I just say a few words? Because...
Okay, make it brief because we're really out of time on this one.
Yeah, you see, I'd just like to advise the young man to, be civil when addressing people. I have high respect for him. I don't like his choice of words, saying that I am ignorant. The agency knows what it's doing. When we arrest people, they are suspects. We have never taken laws into our hands to convict.
Right.
That is why we arraign our suspect in court.
Okay, tell us then.
I want the public to concentrate on the fact of the issue.
All right, let me bring this in before you go. It's a yes or no question. Should the armed men be in Mr. Buruji Kashamu's bedroom? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell, for speaking with us today. Baba, we also have to thank you for coming on the program today.